Welcome back, folks, to Fishing Planet. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today in the background, you're going to see me this morning. Started at 8 o'clock at level 80, and by the time 3 hours later, I was at 82 at 11 o'clock. So I didn't remember to save every clip, I don't think, of the Nile Perch. But anyway, I kept getting comments in the stream about, hey, you can't use Nile Perch aren't a good XP farm, or they're not as good as before. Um, and so I went and checked myself, and as you guys can see, I caught them very similar to how I've always caught them, guys. So, sure, the boat moves slower to the fish, but it still doesn't take forever to catch a Nile Perch. I mean, to gain 2 levels in 3 hours, tells you that they're not really any different. And they're worth the same XP, but do you catch them a little slower because the boat is moving or is harder to get there? A little bit, but it's not the end of the world. And to me, they feel the same as they have before, just that they fight you just a hair longer. Not too long. I think the longest fight I had was 2.5 minutes, and the shortest one being about 30 seconds. So sure, the fight is a little bit longer, but as you can see from my experience, they're the same as they always have been for me. Now, if some people are struggling, they might want to change it up, make sure they're on a Texas rig, or because I tested basically the same equipment I used before. Maybe try switching up your hook size or going to bigger hooks. If you're struggling with XP, but there's always a lot of things that are going on. But the XP from a Nile Perch is not nerfed in any way. Are they a little bit slower because of the boat? Yeah, but they still don't fight that long, especially if you're not at the waterfall or on a border. If you're on a border, they're going to fight, and they always have. That's why in my leveling guide, if you're only going to do Nile Perch, I show you using the spots without the border. The waterfall, you fight them for a long time. So if you're sitting at the waterfall and you're struggling, that's why. Because even young ones will fight you a lot, and trophies will. That being said, another interesting thing is the level ups. So these, you'll see that from 82 to 83, 1 million. 83 to 84, 1 million. 84 to 85, 1.1 million. So it's not like the level of the amount of XP needed for each level is really crazy. It's not. From 89 to 1.3 or from 89 to 90 is only 1.3 million XP. So it's basically the same as going 82 to 83, really. So at the time of editing this video, there's only been 2 full days of the ocean updating, meaning only 2 full days where people can gain levels past 80, and there's already somebody at 90. Now I think when this video comes out, it'll be 3 full days that the map has been out. But like I said, you don't have to just sit catching Nile Perch either. You could do tigerfish if you want, if you feel you're good at that, or sharks. For me, I'm pretty terrible at sharks, but or even catfish at Marin River if that helps you out. Now, is it going to take you a little bit? Probably, but for me, who's I've done Nile Perch a little bit, especially after doing that big video where I gained 30 million, like 35 million XP in 1 week. I've got some practice with them, so they're a little bit quicker. But compared to what it was before to now, doesn't feel much different to me other than the boat moving a little bit slower to the fish. It doesn't yank you around as quick. But that being said, you can mix it up and have a good one. There is some XP changes, but they're not really relevant to this. They're like a couple of us rode in shock. All of us in a party this morning were testing stuff out and checking it out. And there might be some saltwater changes and maybe the fish time fight, but not really. We're not really sure on that. And just to go back to what I was talking about Nile Perch real quick, I had a friend, if he wants to comment down below, he's more than welcome to, but I had a friend that was struggling a little bit on the Nile Perch today, and he thought, man, these are really rough now. And so I switched up his setup. I share screen with him. I put him in the same spot I was doing it, doing it how I was. And if you guys want, you can go check out the guide where I, showed that. But I put him right where I was, and he started catching them just as quick as I was. So anybody can do it with a little bit of practice. And some good adjustments. Anyway, there's probably a lot to talk about on this update. I can't wait to get to a real discussion about the Not Max Dragon reels and the new boats and the new ocean and so much to talk about. You guys have to let me know what you guys think of the update real quick. I'll just say I really like it so far. I'm not super big on them putting the boats behind the paywall, but I'll have a whole video on that because I have an interesting take on it about skins and stuff. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.